5x markup lets you afford ad.
Money, right?
Yeah. So like, but really what they don't realize is that if your product cost is 50% of the regular retail price to try to demand, it's not enough. So you need to be aiming for selling something for 3 at a minimum. Everything I've bought into the world has been a 5 times markup, because you need to be able to afford ads, you need to be able to afford shipping, have a profit in there, some fixed costs. So initially it's hard because things get cheaper with bigger order quantities, and like a supplier is going to give you a better price on, 10,000 units versus 100. But as long as you can see a pathway to those volume breaks with your supplier, or you actually understand where you're going to land from a pricing perspective, I'd be aiming for at least 3 times. So selling for 3 times what you land for.
So 3 to 5x. And then let's just say in this scenario, it's 5x the product. The product costs $10 and you can then sell it for like 50 or 60. What would you then allocate the profit to? So there's the cost for the product and then there's the gap of the profit. What are the first things that you recommend people do with the profit to make sure that they can scale?
Yeah, so ads.
But how much of that on ads, right? Because people have a myriad of perceptions around, I got to pay myself so I can quit my job, or do you have like general rules where it's like, do not do X until your company hits a certain threshold?
Yeah, I think in cost centers. So there's 3 big cost centers. One is variable cost, the other is fixed costs, and the other is marketing costs.
So variable costs are things that can go up in price or go down in price.
The variable costs scale proportionally with your revenue.
I see what you're saying.
So that would be your product, like it costs the same to, it's shipping, and those sorts of costs kind of scale with you. And then you've got fixed costs, which don't scale. So it's, so the bigger you get, the more efficient you get.
Yeah, like your warehouse becomes cheaper because it's just like you're doing more volume.
Telephone bills, like they can scale